What's going on YouTube? And I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Cardano to BTC. We will also be discussing Litecoin's potential rally and other, assets, other altcoins could be rallying because of central banks' irresponsibility. We will also be discussing where I plan on investing back into or buying back into Litecoin. Obviously, if any of that sounds interesting, definitely make sure to stick around. So guys, I'm on the current coin market cap, but before we do jump into that, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. We're going to be doing a bunch of interesting things on this channel come the next couple of months. We have a bunch of big partnerships leading the way towards the channel. We're going to be hitting 10,000 subscribers very soon on the channel, which is also super crazy, and we will be doing a giveaway when we reach 10K, so that's going to be pretty awesome. But otherwise, I'm on the current coin market cap. I believe I already refreshed this, but just to double check, I'm refreshing it once again right now. Things are loading back in. Markets are definitely having an interesting turn, which is why I wanted to make a video and kind of discuss my opinion and where my head's at right now. That's the best way to say it with the market. So market cap is 175, 24-hour volume 57, Bitcoin dominance 50.3. So dominance is staying fairly the same. We see 24-hour volume drop dramatically, and then we're seeing market cap dip as well. When I scroll back down, top 10 coins, everything looks, all in all, really good. We're bouncing off similar to kind of like a basketball. If we dropped the ball, it would bounce hard the first time, and then it would come back down, and it kind of the ripple effect, it would slowly start to, stop and come to a standpoint. So that's kind of what's happening right now within the market. So we see Bitcoin only up 3.1. Ethereum 5.1, Litecoin up 6.6, Bitcoin Cash up 4. XRP taking the biggest leap right now, up 10% practically. But Litecoin, nice to see it back in the number 4th spot, way above EOS, and Bitcoin Cash is kind of dipping back down. But I really do want to discuss these patterns and these trends within the markets, because I think there's a lot of discuss, and a lot of people are asking me, when am I going to buy back in? What's a good buying opportunity? Obviously, I'm just going to tell you my personal opinion on when I will be buying back in. You guys do with it as you will. Obviously, if you guys do want to support the channel, or you do kind of want to take advantage and get some free Bitcoin, definitely check out the second link in the description to the ABRA exchange. They're doing a promotion right now. It's as simple as signing up, depositing $5, and they will send you free $25 of Bitcoin upon your first sign up. It is that simple. We've now had over 100, and I believe 60 people who have supported the channel by signing up. So I do, appreciate all you guys for doing that. Before we jump into the charts, guys, I do kind of want to discuss an article by News BTC. They're basically saying, is Litecoin and other assets rallying because of central banks' irresponsibility? So obviously, Litecoin prices with huge trade volumes and irresponsible central banks like the FED will fuel crypto resurgence. Travis Kling, the chief investment officer at what the heck is that? Ikaige Asset Management, believes that the crypto space will flourish as the public loses faith in the Fed thanks to their irresponsibility. Thus far, Litecoin is up 45.9% with ultra-high participation of 2.7 million, last recorded in March of 2018. So we discussed that the relief valve is off and the crypto community can now afford a smile. After a long crypto winter full of sour grapes, the markets appear to be recovering finally, registering double-digit gains after a very long time of the same printing in the opposite direction. If anything, Litecoin losses have been steep, falling from $440 to $20. It's insane. But just as Charlie Lee had predicted when he liquidated his long position, citing conflict of interest, all the same, it was hard lessons for traders and investors, who got in at the end of 2017 on the bull run coming down, or the bear run moving us back down. But, times are changing. If you bought in at $20, you're up quite a bit of money, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4 times your original investment. So that is absolutely awesome. Otherwise, shifting our focus to the altcoins and the cryptos. So this is where I'm going to spend a little bit more time than I usually do, because there's a lot of things to talk about, and I kind of wanted to explain how exactly and what exactly is going on. So currently, I personally did buy in, but I want to tell you more so about that. I did purchase some, I did get paid for my affiliates on the channel, and I did put that into cryptocurrency, did put it into Litecoin, and I put it in at around $88. Now, hold on. I didn't fully invest everything I had into that. I only put, I want to say 15%, 10 to 15% of what I plan on putting into the market. I put only 10 to 15. So if I have 100%, you know, let's say I have a grand, I only put in about $100 out of that out of that grand into the market at 88, because I do think it's going to pull back lower. If it doesn't pull back lower and we head up, I make money. If it does head lower, at least I'm involved in that market. And I'd like to show you guys that, but I don't want to, because that is a conflict of interest, and I don't need any of my exchanges on the internet for everybody to see. That makes me a target. So I did purchase that. I do have some. No, it's not Coinbase Pro. No, it's not the old GDAX. No, it's not Bitfinex. No, it's not Bittrex. There are other exchanges and other ways to get crypto. And it's already offline. It's in a hard wallet. So I do keep records. It has that on the ledger of the prices, obviously. But we hit a resistance right here. And I'm looking at Litecoin on the weekly. And obviously you guys can see a couple of things. So one of you guys is probably saying is, well, first off, we're nearing overbought. We're pretty much in overbought. But, you know, why would I buy? Why is this a resistance line? You know, looking at the weekly, it doesn't look too bad, you know. Over here, it doesn't, you know, there's some wicks, but nothing too crazy. So when I zoom in now to the daily, this is when it opens up. So I scroll back to these lines and look. Now you guys can clearly see why this is a channel. So not only do we have tests of support right there, and we have tests of resistance over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have the support. So that support and that resistance is where we're currently, you know, entangled in. Now there are the possibilities of Litecoin pulling back lower. And if it does pull back lower, I'll buy in. So obviously if it falls down to here to around $75, $71, that's when I'll buy in a little bit more. And then potentially down to 65, where I'll put in a lot more. And then if it falls even lower to the high-low MMA, I'll put in the rest. Now you can see these are all at different levels. So the first level would obviously be the top of this ascending, you know, wedge that we were tracking. The second area of where I would invest would be the bottom support of the ascending wedge. And then our last investment area would be the high-low middle moving average, would be the last spot, $2 cost average. That is those levels that I'm tracking as we come down that I will put in. The reason I did not put nearly as much as I wanted to is because on Litecoin's daily, we are so freaking beyond overbought, and I can't stress that enough, that I do not want to put my money into it. I feel very uncomfortable. I'm waiting for a more conservative, mostly guaranteed profit-seeking area. So this is why I'm steering away from that. That's why I only put in 10%. 10%, that means I have 90% left to invest in here. So it's pretty much guaranteeing me a profit. So I'm waiting for us to kind of, you know, slowly pull back down before I put some more money into it. Similar to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is mainly the biggest giveaway. The biggest takeaway out of this market is Bitcoin, and it makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of interesting things. I've been, you know, staring at these charts all day, trying to think of things that I want to, you know, address in today's video, and kind of find, you know, a bunch of topics to kind of let you guys hear about. And this is pretty much it. You know, I discussed it yesterday a little bit, but Bitcoin is looking very interesting because of its high-low MMA. You know, we did shoot up and we got stuck here. This, and I cannot stress enough, this line, this green line here, is a massive resistance, you know, level. It doesn't normally just pop through here. So because, especially, you know, with just going straight up in one week, you know, we need to have more than just a 1 week straight up volume. We need to have a more conservative long-term, as we were doing, you know, a movement like this where we have, you know, low RSI, where we have moderate RSI, where we have a lot of support, and then we can build up that volume to naturally break through. This was very manipulated or controlled. It was too quick, too fast, and that's why we're pulling back down. That is why I pretty much bought in right where we stopped as like a 10% buying in at dollar cost average. But now I'm considering us to pull back lower. So the way things are looking on the weekly for Bitcoin is we're going to probably see a pullback down to here. I don't see why not. It would make sense. I mean, if we decide to head up higher to 6,300, at least I have 10%, and that's going to make me some profit. The point is to make profit, you know? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. At least I'm making profit. That's what you have to think about in this market, is profit is king. That's what we're trying to do. So at least I'm involved right now at 40, or at 5 2021, or is in Bitcoin, in Litecoin at like $85. So at least I'm involved at 85. Anything higher, it's now 5, 6, 7, 8. It's up $3. That's not too bad. At least I'm up $3 now. If we head up higher and I don't get an opportunity to dollar cost average lower, at least I'm up 10%. You know, that's a decent amount of money. Now, if we decide to go lower, I'll put in more, 20, 30, you know, and we'll spiral that down until I don't have any more. And then it's a waiting game, and we hope to take off after that, which most likely will. But, you know, Bitcoin seems like it kind of steered away from its uptrend. It was on this uptrend for such a long time, so beautifully moving, and then it just broke out of it. You can see it just pretty much formed an ascending triangle and it popped out. But if this uptrend holds true, consolidation either back down or consolidation like this is necessary to break the high-low MMA. That's what we need. We need consolidation down here and then a pop to the upside. That's what we need to see. Otherwise, it's going to head straight down, and I don't want to be around Bitcoin when it does that. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum looks the best, especially because it did not retest its weekly at all. It is so beyond far away from its weekly. If it was to move from its current price at 164 to 250, that's a $90 jump-ish. That's a pretty big profit. So I do think, you know, Ethereum is being foreshadowed by the other, you know, cryptocurrencies. I think there's plenty of potential left. I think we're really not seeing much movement at all within Ethereum just yet, but I do think it's coming because it is a very popular coin. And it has broken to the upside numerous times in the past. We just have to pay closer attention to it. Otherwise, guys, to wrap up today's episode, Cardano, guys. I've taken the day to add more graphs and more lines, and shout out to all those who have subscribed to my Patreon. I do appreciate that. It does help support the channel, where you can gain access to any of these charts. But you can see that we have had some pretty interesting areas of support and resistance. Those are all mapped out for you guys right now. And you can see we're pretty much overbought on the daily, and we hit a resistance in between this channel here. At least we're above the channel. So I can truly see consolidation taking place to set us back down to a more neutral area on the RSI. So but a potential move like this, you know, we're probably going to end up trading in between these lines, allowing the high-low MMA to creep up on the daily, and that should potentially, you know, they'll trade out, or let me draw this a little bit better. They'll trade out like this. The high-low MMA will swing up, and that should veer the price a little bit higher. That's what we're shooting for. So right now, market's consolidation. Hopefully you guys have taken profits. That's what I recommend, because that's what I did. Nothing wrong with profiting. We're just truthfully just waiting for the market to consolidate back down, gain some more neutral territory. When investments arise, I will let you know when I will be buying back in. You do what you want. Otherwise, guys, thank you for supporting the channel. Truly appreciate that. You know, giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. Thank you for the thousands of views. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.